Hey, families. It's your first day of distance learning, and I just wanted to do a quick check in with you. I have seen some posts that are very promising. A lot of you have said you had a good day, and that's just wonderful. That makes me so happy. But then there's some that I've seen had some struggles, and I just wanted to encourage you and to say it's going to get better. It is. I'm going to get better because creating these lessons on the fly was something that is not a normal routine. So I'm going to look at these lesson plans again and try to fine tune them and make them even better. So just hang in there with me. It's going to be okay. But I did want to also kind of touch base with you on just the setting that you are creating in your home for academics. Because something that I have learned over the years is that structure and consistency is the key to creating a space where a child can really learn. And so you're having to do that in your home, and that's really going to be a challenge. So what I would suggest is go ahead and designate a zone wherever you think is going to be the best place for your child to do their instructional assignments. Go ahead and say to that child, this is going to be your zone. This is when we come to this space, this is when we're going to work and we're going to get our work done. And you can make it fun and say, hey, let's name our school. Let's name it and let them come up with a cool idea of how they want to um, identify their homeschooling for this period of time. Some of you I've already seen. I think there's Mimi's homeschool. There's I think Gigi's Academy out there. So I think that's really cool. So let your child help you come up with a name for your school, and then find your space. And it's probably going to be your kitchen table, and that's completely fine. Once you've designated that spot, go ahead and create a caddy, a work caddy, or it can be a basket, it can be a box, whatever. But go ahead and fill it with the things your child's going to need. So pencils, crayons, glue sticks, paper, flashcards, anything that they're going to need to be successful in completing the task. That way, they're not going to be getting up and down during the time that you're going to be working with them. And another key thing is come up with a schedule. So this is kind of a sample schedule that I came up with. I hope you can see it. But I think it's going to be really important to stay on your schedule for waking up and going to bed because you don't want them to get confused and think, oh, this is, vacation time. We need to keep them in the mindset of learning and that this is school. So go ahead and wake them up at the normal time that you normally get them up. And so the very first part is wake up time, eat breakfast, make your bed, get dressed, brush your teeth, etc. Do any type of morning chores that they normally do. And then go ahead and start school around 9 o'clock because that's about the time that we start instruction. But something that you can kind of finagle is what you do first. Now, I have had the blessing of going and visiting other schools in other countries like Costa Rica and China, and they always start off with exercise, which I think is really cool. And I do that in the classroom through music and motion. So you can do that as well. Some type of exercise. If you want to go for a walk or go for a bike ride first thing in the morning with your child, do it. Hey, this is your plan. This is going to be your instructional day. So I put down 9 to 10 morning walk or exercise, and then from 10 to 11:30 academic time. And so that's when they're going to work on their online assignments, on their packets, whatever is assigned for that day. Now, in the classroom, I do a work then play approach. So if you wanted to set a timer and say, okay, we are going to work really hard for 30 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, you're going to get 15 minutes to play Legos, or you're going to get 15 minutes to play Play Doh, and just to have a free choice time. And then set the timer again. And when the timer goes off, say, okay, it's time to come back and get your next assignment done. You can work it that way, or you can just say, for this chunk of time, we're going to work and we're going to get as much work as we can get done during that period of time. Then I have from 12:30 to 1 o'clock lunchtime. Now, something else that I have noticed in these other countries is that the children actually help prepare their own lunches, they help prepare their own snacks. So let them become an active participant in making their lunch. And what's really cool about this is you can also like make it an assignment. If they're going to make a sandwich, really have them pay attention to the steps of making the sandwich, and then they can write about it later. What did you do first? What did you do second? So it can become an actual writing activity. Then I have from 1 to 1:30 chore time. So during this time period, it can give you a chance to get some things done, throw a load of laundry in, whatever, but it can give them some responsibility as to do things as well. So they can dust, they can sweep, fold laundry, clean their room, give them something to do. And that way, they know that they're contributing to the household. Then from 1:30 to 2:30, I have a quiet time free choice play, but I don't feel like this needs to be something that's going to rev them up because they're going to have to come back to instructions. So puzzles, coloring books, Play-Doh, reading their baggy books at this time period, Legos, Matchbox cars, something that's just going to kind of give them a little bit of downtime, but nothing that's going to rev them up. And then from 2:30 to 4 is another chunk of academic time. So they're going to come back to their allotted space, to the table or wherever your academic space is going to be, and they're going to get the rest of their work done for the day. After that, afternoon fresh air, where they're going to get to go outside and play from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, dinner time, 6 to 8, family time, and prepare for bed. And so during this time period, a bath is going to probably take place. In the bath is when you can do some really cool review. We've talked about this before, where you can spray shaving cream on the side of the tub, and you can actually say, write 4 plus 5, solve that problem, and they can actually do it with their fingers. You can have them spell words. They can work on sight words during that time period, spelling words, and you're getting something done that has to be done anyway, and that's, taking a bath, but you're also doing a review of skills during that time period. I'm a big believer in just meshing family time in with academics, and that way, you're still getting everything that needs to be done, but you're also making it purposeful and meaningful. And then bedtime, like whatever time their normal time for school was, whether it be 8 o'clock, 8:30, try to be consistent with that. And always end with a bedtime story. I think reading is just so important. Reading for fun, reading for enjoyment. So, really take that time and snuggle with that baby, and have a good ending to your day. I hope that kind of gives you an idea. It's just a sample. You can do it any way that works for you. I know that some of you are working, so if you need to actually do all of your academics at the end of the day, then you can of course do that. But do let them take little breaks here and there to kind of rejuvenate, and not let it all be about work. We want them to be kids. We want them to have some downtime as well and give you downtime as well, but we do need to get the work done because, it is school time. Uh, Remember, when you are doing your work for us, whether it be packet or whether it be online, try to track that time. And that way, if we have to show documentation in terms of makeup days and that sort of thing, we will have that documentation. Okay, so I hope that that kind of helps a little bit. And I will be checking in with you again tomorrow. And also, we'll be doing some science videos tomorrow for you to do with your child later on this week. So be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything you're doing. I care about you. I care about your child, and I'm here for you. And we're going to get through this together. And I'm just proud of you. I'm just proud that we're working together as a team to do what's best for our kids. All right. I hope you have a good evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.